Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about the round robin algorithm. This is one of the CPU scheduling algorithms. Already we completed FCFS algorithm, SJF algorithm and priority algorithm. Today we'll see the round robin algorithm, and this algorithm works on the based on the fixed time allocated to each process. That time we can call as the quantum or slice for execution. Once a process is executed for given time period, that process is preempted and the other process is executed for the given time period. And this algorithm is a preemptive algorithm in nature. The preemptive, already you know, the without completion of its execution, the process is releasing its resources. That is known as a preemptive. Whereas FCFS algorithm, SJF algorithm and priority algorithms, these are all the non-preemptive algorithms. Why? Because without completion it is not releasing the resources. But here in the round robin algorithm, after completion of its resources, after completion of its total process only, it is going to release its resources. It is one of the preemptive algorithm. And next, it is context switch is used to save the status of the preempted process. For example, three processes are executing simultaneously, P1, P2, P3. Now the P1 completes its time slice with, for example, if I take this time slice as a 4 milliseconds, within the 4 milliseconds P1 is going to complete its sum of the execution, and that is going to be saved somewhere, and next P2 is going to be executed, and whenever after completion of P3, again the P1 will get the chance to execute. Like that it is going to execute. Next, what is the disadvantage in this round robin algorithm is the poor resource utilization. This is the round robin algorithm. This algorithm we'll see with the example. In this example, I'll show. This example I am going to explain under FCFS, means whichever the process comes first into the main memory, that process is going to be execute first, and within the time slice only it is going to be execute. Now we'll take the Gantt chart. For this Gantt chart we'll prepare now. In this Gantt chart, process allocation, we'll see here I am taking the time slice as a 4 milliseconds as a Gantt time slice. First P1 process is going to be executed up to 4 milliseconds. Now the remaining time for execution for the P1 is 8 milliseconds. Now the P2 will get the chance. Now P2 is going to be execute. Now next P3 is going to be execute. P3 will get the chance. Now this is 12. Now P4 is going to get the chance. Now P4 is completed its execution also. Why? Because it requires only 4 milliseconds and it is completed its execution. Now next the turn will go to again the P1. The P1 process, it is going to take 4 milliseconds. Now the remaining 4 milliseconds we have for the P1, that is 20. Next P2 requires only 2 milliseconds. Only 2 milliseconds it is going to be used, that is 22. Now it's completes its task and it is going to release its resources. Next P3. P3 is requires only 4 milliseconds, so P3 is also completed, done its task. Next P4 already completed, again the turn will go to the P1. The P1 requires again 4 milliseconds, that is 30. This is the Gantt chart we prepared for the round robin algorithm. The time slice is 4 milliseconds. Now we'll calculate the turnaround time as well as average waiting time. In this example I am going to first calculate the turnaround time. The average turnaround time I am going to calculate now. The turnaround time formula is equals to finish time minus arrival time. Finish time minus arrival time. For every process I am taking the arrival time at 0 instance. Now first P1 process, the finish time for the P1 process is 30, arrival time is 0, so 30. For P2, the finish time for the P2 is, here it is completed, 22 minus 0, that is 22. Now we'll take the P3. P3 it is taking 26, that is 26. P4 completed here, 16 minus 0, that is 16. Now 6 plus 6, 12, 14, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 94 by 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 5s are 23.5 milliseconds is the turnaround time for the average turnaround for these processes. And now we will take the average waiting time. The average waiting time formula for the round robin algorithm is the finish time minus CPU burst time. CPU burst time. Now, what is the finish time for the P1? P1 process finish time is 30. What is the CPU burst time for this? 12. That is minus 12. What we are going to get? 8, 18. 18 you are going to get. For P2, the finish time is 22. And now, CPU burst time for the P2 is 6. Means that is also 18. That is also the 16. Next, for P3. For P3, finish time is 26. And CPU burst time for the P3 is 8. Means that is some 18. Next, for P4, finish time is at 16. And CPU burst time is some 4. That is 12. Now we will calculate this. 10, 16, 16 plus 8, 24, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 74 by 4. The average wait time is 4 1s are 4, 4 8s are 32, 4 5s. So 18 milliseconds is the 18.5 milliseconds is the average turnaround, average waiting time for the round robin algorithm.